Everton were rubbish against Atalanta. Like really, really rubbish. It's difficult to imagine anybody who featured on Thursday did their claims for Southampton any good, although Sandro Ramirez could at least point to a goal and Joel Robles saved a penalty. However, neither of those are in my team. Jordan Pickford is back in goal, while Phil Jagielka has to start. I'd take Michael Keane out of the firing line, so Ashley Williams can also feature, with Leighton Baines on the left and John Joe Kenny on the right, even though I'm worried how the present malaise is affecting the youngster. In midfield, Idrissa Gueye and I'd give Morgan Schneiderlin one last chance against his former club to actually do something. Ahead of them, Nikola Vlasic needs to return. Aaron Lennon can go on the other flank, while Wayne Rooney is behind Dominic Calvert-Lewin. My team 4231 Pickford, Kenny, Williams, Jagielka, Baines, Gueye, Schneiderlin, Lennon, Rooney, Vlasic, Calvert-Lewin. Joe Rimmer. Phil Jagielka replaces the absolutely atrocious Ashley Williams. What on earth does David Unsworth do now? The Everton caretaker boss rotated his team against Atalanta and it backfired. The Toffees head to a crucial game against a struggling Southampton with even less confidence than they had before. So who plays? First things first. Out goes Joel Robles, not as bad as some of his teammates against Atalanta, and in comes Jordan Pickford. Could Morgan Schneiderlin be in the starting lineup? Image Alex Broadway. Getty Images. Leighton Baines comes back in at left back and John Joe Kenny continues at right back. In the center, Phil Jagielka replaces the absolutely atrocious Ashley Williams, although Michael Keane, who should start alongside the Everton skipper, isn't exactly doing much better right now. In midfield, I'll go for Morgan Schneiderlin sitting deep against his former club, with Idrissa Gueye and Benny Banajim just ahead of him. Aaron Lennon and Nikola Vlasic are my wingers, in behind Dominic Calvert-Lewin. My team 451 Pickford, Kenny, Jagielka, Keane, Baines, Schneiderlin, Gueye, Banajim, Lennon, Vlasic, Calvert-Lewin. David Unsworth mentioned in his post-match press conference on Thursday that had learned a lot about a number of his players that night. On that note, you can safely presume not many of them will be starting on Sunday. Sandro Ramirez scored against Atalanta, but didn't really do much else to warrant a starting place, and so it should be Dominic Calvert-Lewin in to replace Omar Niasse, with Gylfi Sigurdsson just in behind. John Joe Kenny should start at right back, with Phil Jagielka returning from his midweek rest to partner Michael Keane at centre-back. Atletico went ahead after just 5 minutes following an own goal from Levante defender Roberto Suarez. Kevin Gamero doubled the visitors' lead with a close-range finish on 29 minutes. The French forward got his second of the night just before the hour. Striker Antoine Griezmann then claimed a double of his own, scoring twice in the space of 3 minutes in the second half. Yverdon moved away from the relegation zone with a 21-win struggling Alaves. In an ill-disciplined game in which 8 players were booked and 2 were sent off, Joan Jordan put Yverdon ahead in the 42nd minute. Christian Santos was sent off for Alaves on the stroke of half-time and Charles made him pay, adding a second in the 69th minute. Charles was then dismissed himself before Berguy's stoppage-time consolation. Real Betis snatched a 22 draw in a dramatic finish against Girona, where each team scored deep into stoppage time. Serie A Internazionale moved top of the table with a hard-fought 3-1 victory against a resurgent Cagliari. The opening goal against the run of play after 29 minutes. Antonio Candreva's cross was knocked back across goal by Ivan Perisic for Mauro Icardi to tap in. Marcelo Brozovic doubled the lead early in the second half as Inter closed in on a 5th straight league win at Cagliari. However, Leonardo Pavoletti reduced the deficit midway through the second half and, with their tails up, Lopez's side attacked in waves. But it was to no avail as Icardi popped up with his 15th goal of the campaign 7 minutes from time to restore the 2-goal cushion and seal victory. Mauro Icardi celebrates scoring Internazionale's first goal against Cagliari. Photograph Alberto Lingria. Reuters. Bologna applied the brakes to Sampdoria's surge up the table by winning 30 at the Stadio Renato Dall'Ara. Simone Verdi's early goal from a tap-in meant Samp were in trouble from the get-go. Ibrahima Mbaye headed home from a Verdi assist in the 23rd minute to further wound Samp. Orgio Quanquo confirmed Bologna's victory in the 73rd minute. Hellas Verona snapped a 5-game losing streak by beating Sassuolo 20-win for only the second time this season. Bruno Zuccolini was well placed to notch after Alessio Cerchi's ball into the box caused chaos in the 22nd minute, and after the half-hour mark Daniele Verde controlled Romulo's assist to finish coolly. Verona's bid to escape the relegation zone received a further boost as promoted Spal were beaten 21 at Chievo, a result that leaves Spal stuck in 17th place. Ligue 1 Amiens continued their run of good form with a 20 victory at bottom club Metz. Moussa Konaté scored his 5th goal since his summer arrival to give the visitors a 29th-minute lead, and Bongani Zungu struck after 65 minutes to move Amiens up to 10th. Rennes also remain upwardly mobile after a 21 home success against Nantes. Wabi Khazri put Rennes in front after 51 minutes. However, Nantes rallied and Emiliano Sala equalized from the penalty spot midway through the second half. It looked like that would be enough for a point, but Khazri struck again 2 minutes from time to seal a 4th win in 5 league matches for Rennes. Bordeaux's slide continued with a 10 loss at Caen. Ivan Santini's first half goal inflicted a 5th defeat of a 7-match winless run. Montpellier are right behind the Normandy side after their good form was maintained with a comfortable 30-home win against struggling Lille. It was also 30 at Stade de l'Aube, where Troyes made it back-to-back home wins against Angers, who are now only above the relegation zone on goal difference. Goals from Kwon Sang-hoon, Sika and Wesley Said helped Dijon to a 31 victory over Toulouse.